Good morning, this is Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the weekly tech review of Bitcoin and Cardano's ADA. We'll be looking at the MACDs, the moving averages and the weekly support, resistance and pivot levels. It is Monday, the 27th of July. Jumping straight and looking at Bitcoin against the US dollar, we're looking at the daily candlesticks and the weekly support and resistance levels. For the week ahead, we're going to see Bitcoin avoid a fall through the pivot at 97.64 to support a run at this first major resistance level sitting at 10.374. Support from the broader market is going to be needed for Bitcoin to break out from last week's high 10.190 to move through to 10,300 levels. Barring an extended rally through the week, that first major resistance level should cap any upside. In the event of another breakout, should see Bitcoin break through this bullish trend key resistance level at 10.398 and target the second major resistance level of the week, which sits at 10,800. Fall through the pivot would bring the first major support level sitting at 9,339 into play. Would need to see Bitcoin fall through the pivot to sub 9,500, however, to bring 9,300 into play. Barring an extended sell-off through the week, Bitcoin should avoid sub 9,000 levels. Looking at the MACDs, got a widening of the bullish histogram suggesting another breakout in the days ahead. And we're seeing the 50 EMA widen against 100 and the 200, supportive of another breakout. So avoiding the pivot and moving through yesterday's high 10.190 would bring the first major resistance levels into play and then an eye at 10,800. Moving across to Cardano's ADA against the dollar and the daily candlestick, slightly bearish start to the week. Going to need to see Cardano's ADA avoid a fall through the pivot at 1420 to support a run of this first major resistance level sitting at 1691. Going to need to see support from the broader market to break out from last week's high. It was at 1625. So barring an extended crypto rally through the week, we would expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, could see Cardano's ADA target 0.17 levels before any pullback. Fall through the pivot level would bring the first major support level at 12.16 into play. Barring an extended sell-off should see Cardano's ADA avoid sub 12s and the 23.6% fib. Looking at the MACD, we're seeing a bullish crossover there and a widening of the bullish histograms, suggestive of a breakout and a reversal of the early morning losses. We're also seeing the 50 EMA widen against the 100 and the 200, supportive of another breakout week. So a break out from last week's high would be needed to support that upward momentum and the near-term bullish trend formed back in mid-March.